My summer was well spent last summer when I had 3 grandsons at meaningful moments in terms of their developmental life, 1 turning 16, 2 turning 13. And my Christmas gift to each of the 3 of them was to define a week of activity for each of them with me. Any place in the Pacific time zone, where do you want to go and what do you want to do? Yeah. And 4 days and 3 nights with each of them, and they each chose different activities, road trips that put me with each of them, and the conversations we had in hotel rooms as the sun went down and the conversation went up was irreplaceable. Yeah. I have a deep relationship with each of those guys that surpasses the relationship that a lot of men I know have with their own sons. Yeah. Because we've spent those kinds of days together.
Yep. No, I think that's key. The idea that, like my kids, when I started implementing them because of Masters.
No, I've watched you doing that with your kids, yeah. And it's been marvelous to see that this is not just a model that worked for me but doesn't transfer. The essence is so duplicable that just saying, I want to be the homeroom teacher with my kids that put the most important discoveries in their developmental years into play. Yep. And then we had some fun times together that became the memorable, archived mental pictures that they'll never shake.
Right. Yep. And that is when spending time with the kids one-on-one, I just found that, I mean, here was my approach. I try to do it every quarter, at least. And for some, it's like, hey, I'm just getting my life together here through Masters. I'm going to go for once a year. But they do know, and I told them, listen, you guys, when it comes to this, it's going to be whatever you want to do for that entire day. And, you know, even if you said we're going to Paris, I might have to save for that, put that together, but we're going to go to Paris at some point. The other thing, if I was to give any tips on a very practical level for members that are watching this, is it's going to be really difficult to not say no, because you're so wired into hey, I'm the disciplinary of my children, and it's my job to protect them and take care of them. But I really want to encourage those that are watching this. My kids now know and can expect that they're not just calling them yes days. They're calling them they're not calling them just best days. They're calling them yes days, because that's all they hear is yes. Well, I want to go have a churro. I just had ice cream. Yes, you know, it's like make yourself sick if you want. Eat whatever you want. Let's go wherever you want. And right now, it's the season that they're at. They're in Disneyland mode, so it's not requiring a ton of us to do that. But I just think there's so much value that comes into their lives of knowing that they're completely sought out, they're completely seen for who they are, that they are valued, and that it's specifically all about them. Even if it's for one day a quarter, all about them and all in.
You know, so often parents feel like it's their job to find where their kids are violating a boundary, throwing the flag, and assessing the penalty. That has to happen, but boy, no kid ever died from dirty room. And sometimes we get so into the weeds and the minutia that we become the harsh disciplinarian who's remembered for our no's rather than for our yeses. Yeah. And the whole notion that we want to do with our kids what we're setting out to do with Masters Online, and that is help a kid discover who God imprinted them to be from the earliest stages. Look for the places where they're not like me. Look the places where they are amazing to me because they didn't pick it up from me, because God put in them something that He uniquely chose for them to be remembered for. I want to find those places and encourage them, patronize them, propel them. And it won't be because it's something that I was sophisticated in. It will be because it's something that I see God having imprinted them with, and I want to invest in. And the best investments of time and energy and encouragement and relationship that I can imagine have to do with advancing my kids and grandkids now in the uniqueness that God has put into them.